Hey, I'm Serge from Swiss Fan. So in this video I want to talk about a little problem I had. I was recently on a trip to Valais and I was planning to supercharge in Martigny, and when I got there, and you'll see on the images, I actually had to wait because all the supercharger places, there are 8 of them, were occupied. It's something I read about in the US, but I didn't expect it to happen in Switzerland so soon. But clearly here there were a combination of factors that made this happen. One of them being it's vacation time, the holiday weekends and holidays weeks, and basically there are a lot more people on the roads, especially near the mountain areas, because people are going skiing and they want to stop there on their way to the skiing areas. And the other thing was that it was noon, and so a lot of people wanted to stop to have lunch and charge at the same time, which makes a lot of sense. But the combination of these two actually generated this problem. So let's have a look at what happened exactly, and then let's have a look at what you can do to help plan this, or at least try to avoid it. So we're on our way to the mountains, and we want to stop at Supercharger in Martigny. But for the first time that I've ever been here, Supercharger is full. So we have to wait. So it looks like this is a problem of Teslas being very popular in Switzerland. So as you can see here, it's completely full. And there's already people waiting, and there are cars moving. So we're gonna check, we're gonna check when we can get out. But for the moment, we just have to wait a little bit. So I guess that's one of the reasons why we have all these games and entertainment and stuff. Yeah, that's a new experience. Let's hope we don't have that one too much. Okay, another thing I should mention is that when a supercharger is full, they don't charge as fast, because basically each car is sharing the power. And so what this means is that you have to stay a little bit longer when the supercharger is full. So that's probably why we have a little bit of wait time, but it should be okay, because since we've been here already, a few cars have left, and now we're next in line, so we should be okay. Also, another thing is there's another charging station here. Let me just clear the window, and actually you can see the Tesla service through mobile. You can actually see the Tesla mobile service is here, and they're charging on another fast charger. And that fast charger is actually not in the Tesla network, but you have to pay for the electricity, whereas for the supercharger we still have a lot of credit on ours, so we don't want to pay for it if we can avoid it. But if we really needed to, we could charge there. So, and you can see here there's a mobile service car, and so that answers my question whether mobile service is available in Switzerland. So that's really cool. All right, let's go. Okay, now let's have a look at how we can actually look at supercharger availability. So here I'm in the car, and basically, let's say I want to go back to where I was, so the supercharger in Martigny. And here, if I click on the little point here, you can see here it gives me the real-time availability. So, oops, sorry, let's do that again. And actually there's another way of doing this. I might as well show it. So if I zoom out and I click here, I tap here on the little charge, so it will show me all the different locations, and actually give me here the list of first superchargers that are closest to me, and then destination chargers here. So of course, if I want stuff that's further away, I should just unzoom. And here I can say, and what here you see is that it also gives you in real time all the stalls that are available. So we can see, for example, here in Martigny again, it's pretty busy. There's currently 5 out of 8 that are occupied. And if we look at Lausanne next to that, you can see that that one's really free, and it's much bigger also. I'm looking at some of the pretty busy here again in the mountains. You can see Chambéry here. There's only 6 stalls, but only 2 are available. Here, I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, this is near Lyon. So here there's only 2 of 10 that are available. So pretty busy superchargers. This one is huge. Now one is, I think that's the one with the biggest installation. So it has 24 stalls and 18 of them are available, and it's up to 150 kilowatts. So yeah, as you can see, you can basically just use this tool inside the car directly to see how the charge is going. So it seems like, yeah, the ones that are most occupied, well, actually there's one here that's also pretty busy. No, that's the one in, sorry, that's the wrong one, in Archon. So there's only 2 of 8 that are available. So here, this is probably people going on ski vacations or ski weekends or coming back from them. So yeah, there's basically a lot of these chargers that it can be busy at times. So I recommend that you really use this, and as you're getting closer to your supercharger, as you're getting closer to your destination, that you actually check this out again, because it might update and you might have to wait. So basically, then of course, depending on your charge, maybe you want to go to the next one, or you just have to plan to wait. Okay, so as you know, or should know, superchargers are not the main way of charging your car. So this will affect you mostly on trips, and usually on trips it's a good idea to plan for some time. So I don't see it as a big problem, but you know, you should be aware that it's no longer the case where you just arrive to an empty supercharger all the time. This is going to change. Of course, I'm sure Tesla will add stalls as need goes, it evolves. They're doing that in US, and they'll probably do this here also. But that will always take some time. So there will be some periods where it will need to, you need to adjust. Of course, there's also other chargers that are available. When the chargers were full in Martigny, there were other chargers where you have to pay separately that were free. People weren't using them because they prefer to use the free, so they prefer to wait rather than pay. Okay, so as you saw, as I mentioned earlier, try to avoid lunchtime if you can. If you can't, of course, be prepared to wait a little bit, especially during the time where a lot of people are going skiing. I expect this problem to be less important in the summer. Also, remember that these cars do use more electricity in the winter, so of course people will need to charge a lot more than in the summer, where your battery is not solicited as much. So we also saw that you can actually look at the real-time occupancy of the supercharger, and so we saw how to actually look at that. But bear in mind that's not always perfect, because it can change really fast. And late fees actually really do help here, I think, because it makes people much more eager to free the places so that you can get there. All in all, it wasn't that bad for me. We waited maybe 10 minutes, so we're still not in the situation of some people in California that were waiting hours, I think. But yeah, it is a problem that might increase because Tesla sales are doing really well in Switzerland. So Tesla is increasing the supercharger network in Switzerland and adding more and more stations. But it is something you should be aware of, you know, that you might have to be careful when you're planning. Make sure you don't arrive with an empty battery, and allow for some time if need be. One of the ways to do it is just to have somebody stay in the car, or you know, ask for somebody to notify you when they're done or something. Anyway, so yeah, this was a very quick update about this. If you like the video, make sure to put a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when I release my next video. And of course, if you're interested in buying one of these cars, and you know, this problem at the supercharger is the first time I've ever had it since I've had the car. So that's like in 8 months of having the car. No, sorry. Yeah, 8 months. So it's not that frequent. And they are adding new superchargers. They're adding some near where I live, actually. And so that's near Versoix. They'll be coming out, I think, this year. So yeah, if you're interested in buying one of these cars, make sure to use a referral code. That way you will get free supercharger electricity, 1,500 kilometers currently. And so voila. so it's a win-win. And of course, if you use a referral code, if you use my referral code, I'll make sure to assist you in any way possible. If you have any questions, you can directly reach me. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.